Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, dear colleagues. Good morning, dear mentors. Welcome to this presentation dedicated to the future of our students and teaching process in Ivory Coast as a whole. A year ago, we engaged in a project in order to reflect on our teaching method and also how to improve these methods to the benefit of the students. And we undertook this project as a team called GCF Team Tiapani Dabou Côte d'Ivoire. Next in this team, we have from the left to the right side standing, Mr. Adama Tendrebiogo, nicknamed the Dempsey, Nda Francis Jerry Masgavner, Aka Maurice, Nyamke Didier, and your humble servant Tia, sitting in front of the computer. From the observation of our classroom activities, we noticed that our students were not really motivated in the learning of English. And this led us to a puzzle which is entitled, okay, we wonder why our students are not aware of the importance of English. And we carried out research that will be presenting around the framework, slide 5, the following framework, slide 5. Okay. So as I was saying, from the critical incidents, we identified a puzzle. The puzzle led to some questions. Through the question, we could collect some data in order to generate evidence. And from all this information, we decided to plan an action that could help us understand many things about that puzzle. And to move further in the presentation of our work, I'm going to give the floor to Mr. Nyamke Didier, who is going to develop our puzzle and how we process to collect information.
Okay, thank you, dear brother. Yes, as far as our work is concerned, okay, we started the reflecting process, okay, by a critical incident. What is a critical incident? A critical incident is an unplanned situation that happens in our classroom, in a classroom situation. So we made some observation. Okay. We noticed that during our classes, some students lie down on their desk. Some show less motivation, and some students don't copy out their lessons correctly. Some students don't have their English books. Okay. This is a difficult situation. So, based on these observations, we decided to explore a puzzle, which is, we wonder why our students are not aware of the importance of the English language. Now, to deal with this puzzle, we have identified 4 major questions, guiding questions. I'm going to read them. The first one, is, what is students' opinion about English? Second question, why are students not aware of the importance of the English language? What is students' current awareness of the importance of the English language? The last question is, Is this attitude observable in other classes too? Now, to go deeply into these questions, we have designed some activities. So these are the different activities that we have implemented, or the tools. For the question 1 and question 2, question 3, we have decided to do a questionnaire, okay, for these 3 questions. Then, for the same questions, we have also done a reading lesson, okay? And then for the question 4, we did peer observation and then sharing experience. To come back to question 1, we also had an interview after the questionnaire. Yes. So as far as our four exploration points are concerned, or the tools, I'm going to give the floor to Mr. Adama to explain the reason why we have chosen the different questions or the different tools. Mr. Adama?
Can you change your sit here? Oh, okay. Okay. Get closer to the mic. Don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid.
You are a good man.
Right. Thank you. So concerning the tools that we use for the exploration, we had 4 tools. The first one is the questionnaire. And this questionnaire is composed of 6 questions. And the objective of these questions is to know the motivation of the students, and the first 3 questions of the questionnaire will allow us to have an information about students' motivation. And the 3 last questions in the questionnaire is to allow us to know, to have information about students' attitude about classroom activities. Next is the reading for comprehension questions, reading for comprehension lesson that contains 4 activities. The 3 activities are normal activities in a lesson, an ordinary lesson, but the last activity of the reading for comprehension is a questionnaire, which will allow us to know the students' opinion about the English language after the lesson of the reading for comprehension. And we came to the conclusion that our students knew the importance, or they know the importance of the English language, but we don't understand why they are not engaged in the learning process. So we conducted an interview to know exactly why, though they are aware of the importance of a language, they are not deeply engaged in the learning process. Then after the reading for comprehension came, we have sharing experience. Here, we know that a good teacher is an experienced teacher. We have our own experience, but we need to learn from others. And we try to, through questions and answer with other colleagues, a colleague from Abenguru, Lycée Moderne Abenguru, and another colleague from Lycée Moderne Fresco, to ask and learn about what activities they conduct in order to, when they face this kind of situation. And we wanted to know more about the learning activities, assessments, and lesson implementations. After sharing experience, we have a last point, that is peer observation. We observed one another in the same school to check the reaction of students in accordance with the activities that are conducted in the classroom. So this was the expose for the fourfold exploration tools. Now, Mr. Nda Francis Max Jerry will continue with our understanding.
Well, thank you very much. After the implemented that activity of the reading comprehension, we came to understand something about the learners. We noticed that they have some preferences for some classroom activities. What do we mean by preferences? We mean they like activities such as gap filling, MCQs, multiple choice question, and also true and false activities, right? We are very interested in those activities, right? Yes, let's go. And after we interpreted the reading lesson, out of 35 students, we noticed that 82.85% were already aware of the importance of the language, whereas only 6 were not aware. But at the end, all the students were aware of the importance of English language. Now, in our own practice, some classroom activities that better fit learners' interests. We say they like MCQs, they like multiple choice question, MCQs, they like gap filling and true and false. So we have to integrate those activities in our lessons to motivate them and to achieve our objective. The necessity to improve professionally. A teacher might not say that he is ready, that he knows everything. So you have to train more. You have to make more research so that it may be ready for the new challenge and the new system of education, the new method of education, right? And also the necessity to better adapt to learners' mentality. Today, our students don't have the same mentality, okay, like formerly. They are very young and they cannot respect that what we are expecting from them. So we have to make an effort because they like playing. They are so distracted. So we have to bear in mind that if you want them to be like us, it will be impossible. So we teachers should adapt to the mentality so that, okay, things can go along. In the classroom environment, the necessity to modify conventional classroom. Students are before teachers, and most of the time they are rigorous, and they demand discipline, silent, okay, to conduct the lesson, and those students don't like this. So for that, we're going to integrate some activities that are going to reach to a no-stress atmosphere, such as drama activities, poetry, songs, and plays. And those activities can, okay, bring a stress-free atmosphere, and so that the lesson can be really conducted. Now, there is also the necessity to introduce digital tools to the teaching process. Today, with the modernization, we need to integrate in our teachings some materials, such as speakers, such as video material, such as audio material, such as tablets, such as mobile phone, right? For our listening activities to motivate the student. Now we came to an observation. After all, we noticed that we missed astray. At the very beginning, we thought that students, were not aware of importance of of the English language. So we wrongly believed that they were not interested. And after the questionnaire and after the lesson that we implemented, we were obliged to reconsider our beliefs about the student attitude, although it shows the contrary. And then it also led us to reformulate our puzzle. Now, at the beginning, we said students, I wonder why our students are not aware. Now, and a new word has been introduced, seem instead of are not, because we were obliged to reformulate our puzzle. Now it is, I wonder why our students seem not to be aware of the importance of the English language. Right. Thank you very much. Now I give the floor to Mr. Morris to continue with the planning for action.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so as my colleague said, after reformulating our puzzle, because we assumed something concerning our students, and during the process, we discovered that we were mistaken about them. So we decided, we come up to reformulate our puzzle. And after that reformulation, we planned for some actions to conduct. But before conducting those actions, we discussed with our mentors, chiefly Gary and Susan, and we discussed with a colleague from Abengru, as one of my colleagues said, and another colleague from Grand Lao. And then we went to the interpretation of our exploration. And after all that, we came to actions, action based on our understanding. The action that we planned were 4. We planned to visit Denmark Embassy. Why Denmark Embassy? Our objective was to show the student that no matter where you are, English language will be important, because normally in Denmark Embassy, they should speak Danish. But when you go there, the tool of communication is English. People exchange with you in English. So that was an opportunity for us to show our students that English was so important that even in Danish or in any other embassy, this is the language that will be spoken. And then we decided to plan an organization of a drama competition among our students. The students are the same classroom and the student of the school, between 2 classes. We decided to organize, or we planned to organize, an English-speaking fair at school. All that to help the student, or to bring the student to use the language. Did this work? Actually, only the drama competition was organized. And what we noticed was very exciting and very interesting. First of all, we noticed a real infatuation from the students and the great involvement of those students, from the preparation till the plays. And we're going to show you some pictures and some videos, some short videos. On the left, you have a picture taken during the preparation. The students were in a really stress-free atmosphere, which is different from the tense atmosphere that used to be. And the second photo, sorry, the second photo on my right is a photo of a play, a team. Now, we have another photo, some other photos on my left, a team of girls, and on my right, a team made of boys. What I want to underline is that in the role play, some had to play a role of a man, and some have to play a role of a woman. So if you see the man with the red scarf, this boy is playing the role of a woman, actually. And that was very exciting in the situation. So for the play, I'm going to show you. Mhm. We got technical problems, so.
Give them 3 minutes. They got technical issues. Okay. Can I help you?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Ah, you don't think I'm okay? So come and help me. Sorry.
Because the thing to do
Uh-huh.
is to first stop sharing your screen. First, like this.
Uh-huh.
And now
Come to the video.
go to the video. Click
Uh-huh.
the video here.
Yeah.
We made the 10 o'clock train to Glasgow. So my wife decided to phone our hotel. I waited for 5 minutes. All the phone was working. Then, a man rushed out of one and dropped a key. I called him, but he didn't turn around and disappeared in the crowd.
Why didn't you run after a man?
So, I wasn't for a transaction. Didn't you run? Good morning, sir. We just found
Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have any sound from our video here, but I hope. Go back to yeah. Yeah, yeah, it is. Yes, click on it. And click on. Okay. So I wanted to show you some videos, but unfortunately, we don't have any sound. On the web player. So coming to full circle, what are they still hearing me?
Let me see it. There you.
Are you hearing me? Okay. So show what?
a very nosy person.
Okay.
Well, that's no name, no address.
So what we notice coming to full cycle is that our students seem to be inhibited by the idea of mark, the too much conventional environment of the classroom, because when they think that the production that they are having is going to provide them with marks, then they become tensed, then they're feeling stressed. What is different from the type of activity that we conducted that we call drama? I don't Eddie, my PowerPoint not playing anymore. Yeah. Okay. So what to do next? We find some. We decided to find some strategies to better motivate our students, and then we decided to combine some extra academic activities with conventional ones, and third, to find some new ways of rewarding our students, so that we should not kill their motivation. For next academic year, we are planning to do more drama competition in our classrooms. Why not using it as a way of evaluating our students, but evaluating them in a very stress-free atmosphere? And then we will organize the drama competition between some classes. And as one of our colleagues said previously, we're going to use more poetry in our teaching and our evaluations, so that students can use the language both to play and to progress. Our objective, our final objective, is to distress them and to show them that English is not something so mystery, so mystic, something so difficult, to show them that they can learn English, play with it, and progress.
You can make it.
Thank you for your attention. And it was delightful to take part into this program.
Okay, thank you.